What's up, movie crew? Welcome to the latest collection video. Before I get started, if you are new to this channel, my name is Luke, this is Let's Watch a Movie, and if you're anything cinema and physical media related, you've come to the right place, so hit that subscribe button. Today, I am wearing one of my Nightmare Before Christmas t-shirts, because today, I am going to show off my Christmas movie collection. Now, I'm going to let everyone know now, if you're expecting stuff like Home Alone and Jingle All the Way, you have come to the wrong place. I have a few of the traditional things, but for the most part, you're going to be getting stuff like the Silent Night, Deadly Night collection. I chose to do this video because in my new release video I did, pin comment down below for anyone that wants to check that out, I picked up the Silent Night, Deadly Night collection and Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So I thought, it's December, might as well go on and show off all of my Christmas movies. Now, before I get started, there is one thing I am not including, well, two things I'm not including. I do own quite a few TV shows that do have a Christmas episode in some of the seasons. Given that's only one episode out of however many, I'm not going to be showing those off. I'm also not going to be showing off my Doctor Who Christmas specials because I did not notice this, but recently I've started to build up a Doctor Who collection, so at some point I'd rather save all of those for an eventual Doctor Who collection video. Comment down below if that's something you want. Anyway, I'm going to start off by showing the traditional stuff, and then I'm going to show off the things I like to watch. Alright, first things first, since I already showed it, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I got this because I'm going to be at my mom's house on Christmas, and she has informed me that she thinks Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. We're going to get to that one later, but as you can tell, that very much upset me. We're still watching Die Hard on Christmas, but I'm going to compromise. We can watch a 30-minute Christmas special with the Grinch, especially given I did just recently see the mean one. The Santa Claus Collection. Now I know a lot of people are going to tell me how great these movies are and how funny Tim Allen is. And yes, the first movie is a well-made movie. And yes, Tim Allen is hilarious. However, I did not purposely buy this. Up until early this year, I was a member of the Disney Movie Club and forgot to mention that I didn't want two particular months of movies, so one of the months was the Santa Claus collection. So I ended up with this, and it's in the collection now. Simple as that. Frosty the Snowman Collection. This is a 2-disc DVD set. The first one is the original Frosty the Snowman, and it does include the sequel Frosty Returns. And it also comes with the most recent Frosty special, The Legend of Frosty the Snowman. Now, as a kid, Frosty was my favorite. Not gonna lie, it's probably the reason I bought this. But not something I really watch these days. Next, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I get to show this off for Halloween and Christmas. That is great. I have the Steelbook, and I also have the Digibook. So, here's the back of that, even though I'm sure whenever this came out, there were plenty of unboxing videos. And yes, I have already watched Nightmare Before Christmas. How the Grinch Stole Christmas will be watched when I go see my mom. I will probably bring Frosty the Snowman with me just because that was my favorite. My mom's going to mention, oh, you loved Frosty when you were a kid. I'm not watching the Santa Claus this year. Sorry, y'all, but probably not. Now, on to the Christmas movies I like watching. The original Black Christmas. I got this, I think, last year. I'd have to go through my videos to see if that is the case. And yes, I am aware that a 4K upgrade came out recently. I'm probably not going to upgrade because this is a movie I watch once a year. And I'm going to get to something in a second where I'm going to further explain why I'm okay with having just the regular Blu-ray. Also, there's no new special features. It's just a 4K disc with the commentary and one or two of the special features on the 4K disc. And I've got the Blu-ray with all the other stuff. Not necessary. Alright. When it goes to Black Christmas, my introduction was when I was a teenager. The first remake came out. And that is this version of Black Christmas that came out in 2006. I know this movie gets crapped on these days. I love this one. This is probably my favorite of the franchise. I stand behind that. No questions asked. This one is easily my favorite of the three. The 2019 remake, which should be avoided at all costs. This movie sucked. I don't know any other way to put it. I am somewhat ashamed of myself for even owning this. I had an idea for a video series I was going to do. I'm probably going to save that particular video idea for later on. But yeah, I do not recommend this under any circumstances. The original Silent Night, Deadly Night. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember when I bought this. I do remember I ended up going with a version without the slip because the FYE in my area at the time only had 2 copies left. There was this one without the slip and the one with the slip, and the one with the slip was trashed. I wish I would have known that the slip was already discontinued at that point because I probably would have made do with what I had. Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 2. Not a fan of this movie. I've watched it last year. I might end up watching it again this year if I watch the first one. Well, I'm most likely going to be watching them again because of what I'm about to show next. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. Before I get into this next one, last year was when I found out that there were more than 3. I knew about the third one, but I did not know that there was a 4 and a 5 in the Silent Night, Deadly Night series. And I was this close to pulling the trigger on getting the 5-disc DVD set that had all 5 movies. Now, mind you, at this point, I already had the first 2 on Blu-ray from Scream Factory. And I just could not see myself spending $25 for a DVD. And I am so glad I did not pull the trigger because I picked this up for $12. That's right. That means I paid $4 a movie for the 3 underwhelming sequels to Silent Night, Deadly Night. Like I said, I've only seen 3. I have not seen 4 or 5. And I do want to show off something I did not show off in the new release video because I did not realize this. We got disc artwork. So yeah, I will be watching these before Christmas. And again, to anyone that wants to pick this up, it is $12 at Best Buy. You can pick it up at Walmart, but you're paying $5 more. Letting you know that now. And from the looks of it, there's plenty of special features on all 3 movies. One of my personal favorites, I remember seeing this opening weekend in theaters, and it didn't do too well. And I remember initially thinking, because it was made by the same director of Trick or Treat, we're going to get something like Trick or Treat, but it's going to be a Christmas movie, and that wasn't necessarily the case. But it is still one of my favorites, and last year I was fortunate enough to get my copy of Krampus the Naughty Cut. I want to say 2 or 3 weeks before its release date. Because I believe I was one of the first movie channels to do an unboxing for this particular movie. And that is still a highlight for me. Because, yeah, it was done with a crappy camera, but I was still one of the first people to get my hands on Krampus the Naughty Cut on 4K. Alright, so this next one is kind of a stupid movie, but I love it. This is actually more of what I thought Krampus was going to be. And that is A Christmas Horror Story. So you've got a couple of interconnected shorts, and with each interlude, you've got William Shatner playing a radio DJ who's talking about some issues going on, and it'll go to different shorts. You've got a group of kids breaking into a school. You got Krampus. You got Santa wondering what the hell is going on because his elves have turned into zombies. And then you get a little bit of a shocker at the end. It's not the best movie. I'm just telling everyone that now. There's a couple of scenes where it's very obvious that some of the cast are wearing some latex and prosthetics and all that stuff, but it's an enjoyable movie, and the twist at the end is still pretty fun. Jack Frost. Alright, so when I was a kid, I had to lie to see this movie because my mom would not let me watch darker movies at that time and R-rated stuff, and I wanted to see Jack Frost the Killer Snowman. So, I picked up a copy of the Michael Keaton one, or I told my mom that's what I grabbed, and this is actually what I ended up grabbing. I do want to point out now the next one I'm about to show off is not the sequel. There were some issues with the sequel when it was first announced, and I just haven't picked up the new version yet. So this is the only one I've got. And if I remember correctly, yep, reverse artwork. And someone comment down below to anyone that's into some of the horror stuff that I'm into. If I remember correctly, when this first came out on VHS, it had a lenticular cover. This one or the sequel, one of the two had a lenticular cover. Someone comment down below to verify or tell me that I'm full of crap. Alright, so this next one, I actually have 2 copies of the movie. I have the Steelbook and I have the 4K. The 4K was the closer one in my collection that I was able to just grab and go. I've been told because Die Hard is a Christmas movie, I have to consider this a Christmas movie too, So I was like, you know what? Here you go. You win. Batman Returns. This is one of my favorite live-action Batman movies. And yeah, it does technically take place on Christmas, but this is a movie that I will watch no matter what time of year it is. So for me, I don't really count it as much of a Christmas movie as some people do. I think it's just the random smart-ass response that some people have towards people like myself that know what the greatest Christmas movie really is. But yeah, Batman Returns. And you've been hearing me talk about the whole time, so you should already know the last movie I'm about to show off. Die Hard. So I do have this one on Blu-ray, but I like the original artwork and I wanted to show off this particular version because this is the poster that people saw back in the day. I don't know because it came out the same year. Yeah, it came out the year I was born, so can't really say anything on that part. But this is the best Christmas movie ever, and you bet I will be watching this, and me and my mom are going to watch this on Christmas. I'm even going to pull the sympathy card on the, hey, Bruce Willis had to announce his retirement this year. We are going to show some tribute and watch this. This movie has everything. Check the Honest trailer. They don't bash this movie once. They don't make fun of it because it is the greatest Christmas movie ever. And that is everything I own as far as my Christmas movie collection goes. Comment down below, what Christmas movies are you going to be watching this year? Obviously, I've already mentioned I will be watching The Grinch and Die Hard, and I did see Violent Night and The Mean One in theaters. And as always, if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. You like what you see, leave a thumbs up. Comment down below your top 5 Christmas movies. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching and tune in next time.